Hi, in this tutorial we're taking some rough sketches of subwoofer speakers and we're going to tidy them up into a concept drawing. I think we'll work on something like this. Let's start off with a splat. We'll draw one cube. Let's say we come down a little here and give ourselves an edge. Let's do the same at the bottom. So I'm going to cut those ones in on an angle like that. This one will still appear straight. I could round off my corners there. You could tidy that up with a curve like that. In fact, let's use that to curve all of these corners. I'm going to add some little feet underneath. Let's start off with one right at the front. Half an ellipse come up. Like that. Now we'll add a speaker. So we're going to start off with an ellipse, replace the splat, original position, and we'll draw an ellipse. Now I'm going to try and give it some thickness. So I'm going to move this way a little bit. I'm going to bring that one also around there. Okay, that's kind of the wood cutout. Now behind that we're going to draw a driver. So we're going to orient this ellipse to be the same orientation as this one. We're going to start with it just tucked back behind there so that we see some of that. Let's add some design detail over here. Now I'm going to use this ellipse. If I imagine the centre of a circle there and the centre there, I'm going to place my ellipse, little blips, straight across that one. So we're going to add one here. And I'm going to slide it in that direction by that much, which will be the thickness of the timber. So we put that one there, draw it, slide it in this direction by that much, and darken that one in. In the original sketch, I kind of joined them with a line like this. Let's go vertical. 1, 2. Going to show you how to use some art marker to render the top. If you don't have bleed-proof paper, then best use pencil. I'm going to use one sheet as a mask there. I'm going to run some colour right through there. Might leave a little highlight there. Same here. Now it doesn't matter that I've gone over, because when I finish I'm going to cut that out. This will receive less light along here. So we're going to put some colour in, some marker in there, and draw a line along there. And draw one along there. And then I'll just tie. Now we're putting together some of those shapes in combination that we've used before. Here we see a cone and a sphere. Render this one all in a number 3. I'm going to leave a little white highlight on my sphere. Going to plan my highlight there and facing towards the middle, darken that one, darken that one. So that's the part of the, that's the highlight there that we see. Now for the sphere part. Remember, this is dark here and we're working our way in towards the highlight there. A little bit there. This will be the highlight going across there, so I'm going to start from the middle and fade away from the highlight around here. So let's darken this one in. and add a little bit of highlight working around that one. A little bit on there. I've lost my detail here on the driver, so I'm going to bring that one up there like that and darken that one in a bit there. Now I'm going to get virtually no light inside this object, so we'll probably darken that in. I'm going to show you how to represent timber on an object. So let's put our number 1 value right through the object. I'm running my pencil strokes in the direction that the grain would run. If you get different materials joining each other, that's where you need a third cutting line. So I'll run that one along there. This will be my number 2 value, so let's darken that one in a little. So for our wood grain, just some uneven lines, gently like this. And we're going to run them right through the timber there. So because this has a little curve on it, this is part of a cylinder, and I really should have a white highlight at some point on it. I could use pencil. Let me first try bringing it up with an eraser. So I'm going to use a ruler to guide me. Here's a really sharp corner. I'm just going to bring up that highlight there. It makes it look a little bit glossy and shiny. Just going to bring up that edge a little bit just to darken that a little, just to show that it kind of undercuts like that. Same here. Let's make this one a bit darker. If you're darkening in, always darken in your curves first, and then darken in your lines to match the curves. It's kind of easy to line up, so I'll do that. Do that one. Put a second cutting line in there. I'll do that. One there. Let's go black. These will be cylinder parts as well. So I'm going to kind of shade that so it goes away from me. Here we see the final concept, cut out and glued down to a background. Use a spray adhesive. You'll notice that I've brought up a little white highlight here. I've treated this as a cylinder and the same thing here. Overlapping them like this adds a little bit of contrast. You could equally separate them. This one is just a black, this is my original sketch. It's a black texture top, and I've used a little bit of white pencil on top to bring up some detail. This mesh effect was simply a strainer, a bit of steel mesh that I used to rub a little bit of black pencil over, kind of make it look effective. And I've got a little grab rail detail here that is black texture with some little dots of white on there. Okay, enjoy guys, have lots of fun drawing your concepts. Thanks very much. Bye.